During my studies in high school, we always say the plague every single day, and it goes like this. At Jabriska Academy, we believe blah, 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 to make a better community, a better country, and it goes until the end. I kept thinking, how? I grew up in the countryside of Phearom, in a low middle-class family, raised by a single mother with 4 other siblings. So how could I, simply a girl, have to change my community into a better one? Back in my high school, I had to go to school 7 days a week and study late at night at my friend's house. Ate there, slept there, until one day, my mom said, Phearom, why don't you just live with your friends? I was like, Mom, you get the feeling when your mom say that. So I pushed through lots of hard work because I know that at that time, my families cannot support me with our living conditions. And finally, I got a scholarship to Asian Pacific International University in Thailand. Right after my graduations, I got a job offering. However, I rejected it immediately. I don't know why, and came back to Cambodia and get a job. So you see, how could I, simply an adult, getting a bachelor degree and getting these opportunities here today? Coming to Phnom Penh alone, I start cooking for myself. I'm a terrible cook even now. My family always say, Phearom, you cook, then you eat alone. So I went to the markets at least 4 or 5 times a day, like in Phnom Penh. Because I didn't have a refrigerator at the time, my living condition is not that great. Every time that I went to the market, I noticed that when the produce was in season, price dropped. And when those price drops and a lot of produce, such as vegetable, fruit, unsellable products, they end up in trash bags, which eventually end up in the landfill. So you see, this is not only to the farmer. You and I, everyone, with your business, when you cannot generate a profit, who still want to work there? Not really. So farmers not really wanting to work in that industries. And farming practices, especially in Cambodia, are becoming a lost traditions because younger generations, they start the idea of having that higher educations, higher job qualities, working in office, dress up. So not a lot of people want to work in the agricultural or farming industries anymore. So here I recognize the problems. What if I do something to help, making the produce last longer and be more attractive to the customers? That's what made me become an entrepreneur. I've been working on this as a part-time work over a year now, and then I work with several farming communities around Cambodia to promote and support their products. So in this case, farmers gonna be earning incomes through farming, of course, not going or quitting their farming job and moving into the bigger cities like Phnom Penh and getting a new jobs, or going outside Cambodia like Thailand, that I see a lot in there, and Korea, Australia, and many more. I know that dealing with any business is not easy, especially if you are starting from nothing, from scratch, with no support at all. Because I've been there. I didn't get any support from my family. I'm not from a rich family, but with the right guidance, with my passion, with my commitment, I'm pushing through it. Now you might be thinking, different people have different sets of value. How do you know that you've been taught properly? Well, It's ones that consider the well-being of the people that you serve, the people that you hire, the community that you potentially build, how your companies impacts the environment, and where does your profits end up, and many more. So there's two main things that I'm going to talk about today: readiness to become an entrepreneur, and value-based entrepreneurship practices when you are getting started. Let's say you have an idea that you've been dreaming up since you were little, or it's like you see someone, you go somewhere, and then it's like, yeah, I can do it. I could do something to help. Or one day you are with your families, and then think, there's a problems that my mom or my dad is facing off. If your family is facing that problems, then there will be many more families that need to deal with that problems. In this case, you do not need a great ideas, the perfect, the 100% or the 110%, if you could say, to start or be successful. It's about implementations, changing, making it better. It's like when you are starting a new class or a new schools, let's say math or art. I'm terrible at art anyway. So there's a student of mine in grade 4 right now, not at CS though. She's having trouble with even basic understandings, basic addition skills. Even the first time that I met her, I asked, what is 4 plus 3? Grade 4, imagine that. She needs to hold her fingers, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then give me the answer 7. But what I kept saying to her and to many other students is that practice makes perfect. If you have tried 100 times but still not get it, why don't you go with the next number 101 times? Or the next number, do it, make it better, change your method, and implement it. Okay, so once you get your idea stage done, what to do? Spend the rest of your saving, if you are rich, yes, or beg your parents for help or for support. What to do? I see a lot of youth are giving up at this stage, giving up even before trying. If you do not want to spend your family's budget, or you do not have your own saving, that's still possible. There are lots of, we call angel investors, that their sole purpose are to invest, giving fund, giving supports to entrepreneurs, to new businesses. And that's happening a lot in Cambodia. And I believe it's worldwide now. So here's another question. How do you maintain your business? How do you keep it running? Or how could you expand it, making more people go to your industry, go to your company and buy your products? Or how could you spread it around the world? Well, from my experience, wise words from Ray Bradbury are a good mantra to follow. Do what you love and love what you do. If you don't have this mindset, then I don't think your startup's going to last that long. So now that you feel confident and ready to get your business going on, it doesn't mean that all your values and beliefs are thrown out of the window or forgotten. People say business are so aggressive, so oppressive, there's like throat cutted. Because what? Money is the king. Without money, you have nothing. But then if you keep the money aside and put your happiness on top of it, then I believe you find your true values of your accomplishments. Check in with your values. There are ways to accomplish it without thinking money is the best. So here are some healthy and helpful guidelines for you to follow in value-based entrepreneurships. First, Set your mission and visions and keep them honorable. As time goes on, your products or your services gonna be changing over time. Like the one we are dealing with now, pandemic. A lot of business owners are converting their business in what we call online business. They're promoting, they are creating, they are selling their products or their service on social media. So guess what? Lots of Cambodians using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many other websites. Have a strong team with different sets of skills, such as analytical skills, problem-solving skills, communication skills. Those are the main sets of skills, and there's many more that every company needs to thrive. Focus on different people's strengths. So to see how well they work together to make your business be productive. Do not, this is the main one, do not randomly recruit your team members. They say, oh, best friend, come and work with me. Oh, my mom or my siblings, come and work with me. You're going to have me alone. No, learn from their background. Have conversations with recruits. Ask them what they are good at or they're passionate about. Give them a voice in the work and show appreciations for their regards. Before reaching a successful business, of course, there's a lot of obstacles, there's a lot of failures. But what you have to do is learn from them. So to have faced those challenges, you have to be modesty and have the humanity in your business practice. Find your mentors or anyone that been there before you. Ask for support when needed. Open up, don't be closed. Don't set a door there and say, I'm the best already. No one came before me. Open up for more advisors because out there, there's a lot of business owners, there's a lot of people that been walking there before you. Learn from them. And then you learn, and then you take what they told you, and you adjust it to what your companies or to what your business need to run. Of course, I didn't come from a business school. I'm from a science major. But what I did, I have joined a lot of business sections, short-term courses that helped me to run my project. I asked my friends again and again and again. I asked my family's members. I asked mentors whenever I face a problems. Don't be shy. Okay, next one is set small goals instead of one very big one. Because when you get a very big goal and you try to push through there, it is hard. It's not easy to go up the mountain with one steps. You need to take small steps so that you could learn and improve your skills, improve your business. Embrace your mistake that you've been through. Learn from them and correct them as you work on and come back even stronger. I remember when I first applied for my first grant, I failed. My second time, I applied for a new company, a new NGO, I still failed. With my third time, I said like, oh, I've been failing a lot. So I learned what I did before, my first and my second try, and then I adjust my pitchings and say, oh, I'm ready for it. Guess what? I still fail. With my fourth time, I try again. But this time, I'm more confident. I knew exactly what those NGO need or what the customer needs or what your business needs do to improve it? And you know what? I got a grant to run my business. And I was like, yes. So you see, I did not succeed on my first, second, third. But I didn't let those strike me down and say, Phearom, you are failures. I did not, but I learned from them and see that those mistakes are the opportunities that lead me to go on, to improve myself, to improve my project that I've been working with. With the business that I'm working right now, I know that I will not get any profit in these 2 or 3 years. But what I'm proud of, what I'm so passionate about is that my contributions back to the communities. I give them the job, I support them, I promote their products whenever I could or wherever I could. So ladies and gentlemen, never let go of your values to accomplish your dreams. Get rid of the word quit. Because lots of people, they're going to be saying that when you fail your first time, it's not easy to get the first one. And sometimes you keep that drag you down. They say, you are not strong enough to do it. That you cannot, the word cannot, gonna lead you to see that it has no chance, no door for you to pass through. So, never let go of your values to accomplish your dreams. It could be a fantasy one or crazy ones that your neighbor is saying, hey, you are stupid, why would you do that? It's like nonsense. Don't, just quit those words coming from your neighbors. Just do what you love, what you are passionate about. And never let go of your dreams. That's it for me. Thank you.